good evening in comic book YouTube world. This is the Flash by Night channel. I am TJ, aka Flash by Night, and I decided to go live for this episode of the Re-Up. Um, Basically showing my new comic book day haul and other things I picked up during the week. Um, yeah, it's pretty simple. But before I start with my haul, before I start with the video, I want to remind everyone who is watching, will watch, maybe will join in later, that I am doing a small giveaway uh, for my subscribers. And it's pretty simple. All you have to do is A, be a subscriber to the channel, and B, go to the re-up episode 8, my last video, and tell me which books I'm giving away. Do those two things and you'll be entered to win the giveaway. It's not a big giveaway. It's nothing that will blow your socks off. You can't flip it for rent money. Um, it's just two small books I want to give away just for being a subscriber to show you my appreciation. Um, Once again, all you have to do is A, be a subscriber, and B, um, go to my last video, re-up episode 8, and watch and tell me which books I am giving away, and you'll be entered. Um, this will be my first time doing this, so I do not have any prior knowledge of how these giveaway wheels work, these quote unquote rigged wheels. I have never done one of those before, so I'm going to have to figure out. If not, I may have to do what my old bones tell me to do, and that's to write your name down on a sheet of paper and put them in a hat and shake them up really good and draw one out. I don't know if anybody wants to see that. That's not necessarily entertaining, but that may be what it comes down to. Anyway, um, I'm going to go ahead and get started with what I picked up this week. And if you saw my title, it's newish comic book day haul because for the second week in a row, new comic books were late getting to my shop, and so I didn't get my new comic books for the week, the ones I wanted this week. What I did get was the new comic books for last week that I couldn't get last week because they too were delayed. I'm not sure if it's weather related, if it's diamond related. Um, oh, how we doing, John? What's going on? Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, I'm not sure if the delays I've been experiencing are weather related, diamond related, uh, FedEx related, um, UPS related. I don't know. All I know is I'm like about a week behind, but that's where the cookie crumbles. That's kind of what life gives you, and you just go with it. So we're gonna start on this on my new books. So my first set of books are from an Instagram sale from an account called $1 Comics, I believe is the account's name. I've bought from them a couple of times before if they have something that I'm interested in, and they have a few copies. I don't want to buy one book and then pay shipping uh, for $1 book, and it ended up costing me um, I there's a particular store I actually, and I'm glad you brought that up. There's a particular store in town that carries a few more indies than my LCS, but that store didn't get their shipment last week, and I think got their shipment in this week, but they were closed by the time I get off work today. So I'm gonna have to double back and try to track some books down because I really there are some books from last week I want. There's some indie books from this week I want. Um, I think it's Black Cotton and Shadow Doctor really jumped out at me last week. I did I did get Excellence issue 10. We'll go over that later. But I did that is the one indie book that's been on my pull list forever that I did get. But I also wanted to check out is it Stray Dogs #1 from this week? Um, I've heard some good things about that. I don't know if the book itself is up my alley, but I've heard good things, and so I may give it a try. But like I said, I'll have to double back and check another store sometime this week, sometime later this week. Um, uh, what is Hollow Heart? I did not hear about Hollow Heart. What's that about, John? Uh, Skip Stray Dogs went to Two Moons. I forgot about Two Moons. Two Moons I also need to check out. But yeah, so there's some really good indies, and I'm going to have to catch up on them and hope that I don't get too lost in them because I am let's say notoriously frugal. And oh no, it is Low Dog 51, um, aka the guy who basically, well, one of the guys who gave me my push and convinced me to come on here. Um, I am so, but besides being notoriously frugal, I'm also a notorious procrastinator. And basically, Mr. Loke Dog here um, messaged me a few times late at night and pushed me and was like, "Well, why? What you want to get this done? Why are you up? And here, this is what you should do, and this is what you can do, and let me do this for you to make this happen." And so, yeah, that's 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 my man 50 grand. But um, getting back to the books I picked up this week, like I said, the first of the books is from $1 Comics on Instagram. And the first book I got is Flash 134. Um, Flash 134, if I'm not mistaken, is the first appearance of a character named Jakeem Thunder, who somehow wields a magic pen that's kind of like a genie, grant some wishes. I don't know a whole lot about him, but apparently he is going to be on season 2 of Stargirl, and this is his first cameo appearance. I'm sorry, not first full, but first cameo appearance. Um, it's not in the greatest of shape. It's seen better days, but as the store's name says, I paid $1 for it. Basically, second book is Flash 87. Nothing special about Flash 87 except for a bunch of gun-toting Santa Clauses on the front cover. And around Christmas time, basically every year at my job, I try to find a couple of Christmas covers to take and put on my filing cabinet, where I basically display a book every day. And come certain holidays, namely Christmas, I put Christmas covers up. And so when I saw this for $1, I picked it up so we can do that this year. All right. And then I have Flash issue 2 from the new 52. Flash issue 3 from the new 52. And the reason I'm buying these new 52 books, Flash #4, is basically because, and I told John this on Rod the Rican's channel, that I started reading comics, not just the Flash, but comics in general, around Rebirth. And um, so I am a Barry guy as a Flash guy. And so I'm having to now, I read the Rebirth run, had fun with it, but now I'm trying to go back and pick up books from beforehand. And these were all $1. I already had number one and I believe number zero, um, just for general buying purposes. And so I decided to grab uh, two, and this is five, and this is issue number six, just to have to read um, sometime in the future. And then after, oh, excuse me, I don't think you're supposed to sneeze live, but it just happened. But after reading issues number uh, 0 through 6, basically the first story, I'll see how the new 52 makes me feel and see if I want to continue going backwards or find something else to look at. All right, so my next set of books, it's about 4 books. I basically found at a local flea market. Um, and if you look at the price of the books were actually half off. So I didn't pay as much as it looks like I paid for the books, but I basically paid for them. Well, one book is just really cool, and the rest of them I paid just for the covers, just to bring them in. Especially 2 of them that relate to my new comic book day books. Anyway, the first book and the coolest, I know you can dig it. Shaft issue 1. Um, I didn't know Shaft had a comic book, but I was digging through the boxes at the flea market, and Shaft number 1 by, was it Dynamite, was just sitting there asking me to buy it, and I got it for half off. So we paid about $2 for Shaft. That Shaft's a bad mother. Next book I grabbed it because I think it's an Alex Ross cover, but I was interested in the pairing on the cover of the book. So we know we have Sam Wilson already in the MCU, who is eventually going to be I can dig it, but he's eventually going to be Captain America. I know Steve handed him the shield at the end of Endgame, but I believe that the Falcon and Winter Soldier show is going to show 1 or 2 parties basically giving him a hard time, and he's going to have to earn that shield throughout this show and maybe shortly into the future. But we have Sam Wilson. We already know we're getting Jane Foster as Thor in some capacity. I don't know if it's permanent or short term. But I don't know if many people know about this pretty short romance. I think it ended, that I know of, I think it ended after the Doctor Strange damnation story. But these two apparently had a thing. So we'll see if we see anything of this in the near future. So my next 2 books, and I bought them because they were really funny, um, are Amazing Spider-Man 576. I don't know who this is getting punched in the face, but it seems like on every Amazing Spider-Man cover, someone is getting punched in the face. And then we're gonna go back 1 issue to 575, where Spidey is getting punched in the face. Um, Spidey's always getting beat up or hurt on his covers. I'm not sure how he survived all these years, but yeah, Peter's taking a good one to the face. But the reason why I bought this and the reason why I bring it up is because for last New Comic Book Day, which is my this week New Comic Book Day, Miles is earning his Spider-Man stripes, and he is catching one to the face. I don't know who this is. If you can look really, it look pretty small to be Hammerhead. It may be though. Let's see. Let's see. That head is pretty square. It may be. It may be. That's a pretty square head, but that's a mighty punch. But yeah, so Miles is getting is earning his Spider-Man stripes, and if you've been keeping up with Miles Morales Spider-Man, Miles has not caught a break since maybe issue number 4, and this is issue number 23. Um, it's supposed to be a King in Black tie-in, but I'm really interested in who this person is that is punching Miles in the face, because if you look close enough, whoever it is has some kind of fingernail polish on, maybe, and has some kind of gold bangle. So we'll have to figure out who this is that is giving Miles the Spider-Man sandwich. Next book is Thor number 12, and I believe this is a regular um, cover price variant. I didn't pay anything more for it, but I haven't. Ahoy, Captain! How are we doing tonight? But I have not seen a aha. Good job, good work. I have not seen this cover on many people's videos or in many people's pools. So I'm not sure how scarce this cover. I'm pretty sure it's not that scarce, but I don't know if many people ordered this cover. They may find it in the wild though. We'll see. All right, and my next book is King in Black number 4, the tattoo variant with Doctor Strange on the cover. I am not sure. I haven't read it, so I'm not sure if this is indicative of Doctor Strange's involvement in the King in Black story. Um, but I had the first and second issue tattoo variants. I missed the third one. I'm gonna have to find it somewhere without paying an arm and a leg for it. But I wanted this, and I don't know if there's a tattoo variant for the fifth issue, but if it is, I'm going to try to track it down and hopefully pay cover price for it before it gets away. All right, second to last book, and Shattered Glass comic reviews. How are you doing? So my second to last book of the haul um, is Excellence number 10. Um, Excellence 1 through 9 are pretty good. It's basically about a young man in a family and in a organization that does magic, basically. And they have a few rules. No women can do magic. You must basically keep your charges safe, and you've got to pass certain tests to be able to use magic. And he doesn't like the hierarchy. It's kind of an old school, new school mentality, um, where magic has been run a certain way for years to keep certain people down and to prop certain people up. And he does not take kindly to that issue. And so he tries to challenge the powers that be. But the powers that be include his father, because his father is the head of one of I think it's like 10 magic families that run this organization, and his father is the head of one of those families, and he doesn't like it one bit. And the only person he really trusts is his grandmother, and someone has his grandmother killed in the first issue. Um, Spoiler alert. But after that, I read the as Miss Mar. Oh, Miss Marvel punching Miles. Now that's interesting. I For those who don't know, there is actually an outlawed series, um, where young heroes were. How are we doing, Todd Christensen? But there's an outlawed series where young heroes are forbidden by law from doing heroic things, and it kind of struck the champions hard. And the law was kind of propelled on by Ms. Marvel getting hurt. And while she is in a coma, the government basically passed a law about young heroes not being in the field and called it Kamala's Law. Um, so I haven't kept up with the outlawed story, but I figured there would be a rift somewhere between the heroes. But the Kamala punching Miles twist kind of caught me off guard. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, so Excellence went straight from issues 1 through 9 and took a long hiatus. And I asked the author, I think it's Brandon Thomas, on Twitter, maybe a month ago, was it coming back? And he said yes, and he said it's coming back strong. And so I'm glad to see that issue 10 is here. And we'll see if they can keep it going. Also, so while before I show my last book, I want to remind everybody that I have a comic book giveaway, a small giveaway, nothing big. How we doing, Smiley? How we doing? Nothing big. But I do have a giveaway, and all you have to do is do two things. A, well, two things to be entered to win the giveaway. A, be a subscriber to the channel, and B, watch episode 8 of the re-up, my last video, and tell me which two books I'm giving away. Do those two things, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. And that's it. That's how you get entered. Like I said before, that'll be my first giveaway. I've never done the rigged wheel thing, so that's something I'll have to figure out. We'll have to this old dog will have to learn a new trick. If not, I'll have to write people's names down on a piece of paper, throw it in a hat, or throw it in the dryer, let it spin for a little while, and then whichever name comes out is who wins the giveaway. But hopefully, I can learn how to use the wheel like all of the other civilized YouTubers. Now, for my last book, of course, if there's one book that everybody picked up last week, which I had to pick up this week because of shipping, blah, blah, blah. They got an app for that. You know good and well about me and apps and technology and new things. You know better than anybody. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Dryer, dryer, dryer. All right. Yeah. So the book that everybody picked up last week that I picked up this week is Last Ronin #2. And I haven't seen the cover. I didn't see the cover close up until today when I picked it up. And I really did not look and see. But if you notice, they are jacking Raph up. That is with two ninja stars in the shoulders, a couple of arrows in the leg. Yes, it is out. Now I don't think, from what I've heard, issue 3 is gonna take a while. So whenever you can pick up a copy, you know. But yeah, he's all jacked up and having to fight the numbers game, and being that this is the last Ronin, I don't think it's gonna end well. I haven't heard anything about the book. I have been tasked with dodging spoilers like wrenches in dodgeball this whole past week because I didn't want to get spoiled about anything. I think I heard one spoiler from King in Black issue number 4 that I didn't want to hear. Uh, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not as bad as everybody on the internet that got up at 5 o'clock in the morning last Friday and watched WandaVision and made the words Agatha all along trend on the internet, on Twitter. Look, like people. Some of us have to go to work. Some of us are not getting up and watching WandaVision before we go to work. But it seems like I'm gonna have to. No, I'm not. I'm not. I refuse to watch WandaVision before I go to work on Friday morning. But it's almost that drastic because people can't hold it in. So I assume if they couldn't hold in what happened in episode 7, by episode 8, people are going to be boiling over, and they again won't be able to hold it in. And so Friday, I'm going to have to stay off the internet the whole day. Did my nose grow? I just lied. Did my nose grow? Can you see? Anyway, that was my new comic book haul for this week, or actually my newish comic book haul, because my actual comic book haul uh, didn't come yet this week. We'll see what happens later on Thursday or Friday. I believe, truth be told, I passed the FedEx guy on the way out of my local shop, and I'm almost sure with my luck, he had Wednesday's books, but I probably wasn't gonna sit around and wait for him to unpack books and bag and board them, or at least bag them. Um, yeah, I wasn't gonna wait around for that, but I kind of wish I did now. But we'll see what happens with the rest of the week. Anyway, to recap the books I got, newish books I got. Last Ronin number 2. Excellence number 10. King in Black number 4, the tattoo variant. Thor number 12. I don't know which variant this is, but it was cover price. And I thought it was pretty nice compared to the uh the A cover with Donald Blake. I don't know what kind of fighting style it is Donald Blake's using on that cover, but I think this one's much better. And then there is Miles Morales number 23, the King in Black variant. Oh, and just for kicks, because Miles has to earn his Spider-Man. Let me not say Amazing Spider-Man. I don't want to harm anybody. I don't want to offend anybody. But Miles is earning his Spider-Man stripes by getting punched in the face as such. All right, so I think we are going on 30 minutes, and I still need to prep for work tomorrow, and do adult stuff. So I appreciate everybody who came out and chilled with me live. I'm gonna have to do this more often. I've been doing recorded and edited videos, but I think I need to go. And Captain always tells me this. In fact, I just saw Captain's bingo numbers come in. That's funny. I need one of the little bingo wheels so you can put the numbers in and kind of roll it around a little bit and then see what number pops out. Kind of like the yeah, adult stuff sucks. live. We're doing live. Um, what is the name of that movie that saying comes from? Um, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I have not seen it. It's a comedy about newscasting, and I cannot tell you the name of it, but I have not seen it, and I feel like I need to see it. It's on this long list, this scroll, if you will, of movies that I haven't seen that I need to see that don't involve comic books. It's kind of like if movies don't involve comic books or action, then I may or may not see them in a timely fashion. And I just noticed that I keep turning around like so. Sometimes I have bad nerves live in front of people. So excuse me if I turn like so. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this thing up like Queen Latifah in Greece, and I will catch you guys on the rebound. So, love each other, love yourself, and when I do this giveaway, we'll be back in a flash. Thanks, guys.